Good morning from day one of the PCT. I didn't do much of a closeout at all last night, but I'll make it really brief right now. Had a really great day at Cleef, got to meet some new people, and they did a great job doing a little over an hour, like safety talk, just to prepare some people that hadn't hiked before. They have a great setup here at Cleef. If you're coming here, I highly recommend you stay. And I had a pretty good night's sleep. Just got up and they've got coffee and food over there. Haven't packed anything up yet. It's fairly cold. It's things are covered in frost. It's in the 30s. But man, we're here day one of the PCT. We're not to the terminus yet, but I've just taken my first step on the PCT. Right now I'm headed southbound, going to the terminus, where we're gonna start. It's not even 8 in the morning, and we've had a very leisurely, wonderful morning at Cleef. Look at that. The first, I almost said white blaze, the first PCT blaze. There's the border wall. And here it is. So all the videos I've seen where people are sticking their arms and legs through, it looks like that's not happening now.
You can, yeah.
Oh, you can?
Yep.
We'll have to do that then, just to say we did it.
Sorry. No, it's okay. You're like the.
Are you okay if you're on video in the background? Are you okay if you're on video in the background?
Sure. I don't mind.
All right, we are off the PCT. The crest runner told us you can still get to the border wall, but we had to walk down the hill. So we're gonna go back up the hill. We're off PCT, we're gonna go back up the hill to start our walk from the monument. But being the purists we are, we have to go all the way and touch Mexico so we can legitimately say we walked from Mexico to Canada. Are you touching it?
Yep.
I don't know if my feet will fit through there. All right, here we go. Touching the wall. I got my foot through there sideways just to touch the other side. There we go. Oh,
Mexico, going right through.
oh my goodness. On the border. This just seems so surreal. Well, once we get back up the hill to the monument, we can say we're hiking north. Okay, so a lot of people got a ride last night up to the monument and walked the half mile from the monument down to the campground. We chose to walk up this morning and start back down. So we are back at the campground with about a half mile of PCT under our belts. All right, one down. 2,654 or something to go. One thing that I've not really realized in all the videos I've seen, the trail, at least for the first few miles we were told, and so far, it seems like you're kind of out back in the middle of nowhere, but you're not. There's a paved road right there, like 30 yards from here maybe. And this just parallels the road, crossing back and forth a couple times, I think for 3 miles. Trying to keep these videos a little shorter, but I wanted to show you this. There's so many different kind of plants that I've never seen before. This thing is like head high on me. Everything here is just so open. I guess the other word for that is exposed. You feel that sun. It's getting hot, and the high today is only like 60 something. I was walking along and I saw, well, you can't see it. There we go. You saw Chap scratched in the dirt here. And then I saw Roadrunner just up around the corner, poking her head through the leaves to see if I saw it, I guess. I just turned the corner and we were somewhere that I didn't realize we had gone this far yet. But this is like an iconic thing we're walking up to. I've seen in so many videos. Let me show you what it is.
It's me!
She is the iconic thing at the PCT. This is the railroad crossing and the sign that says that we've done 3 miles. Only 2,647 to go. I hope it's showing up on the camera. It's a bunch of like lavender color with flowers. I am officially at home on the PCT. My stomach had been a little bit iffy this morning, and it just doesn't seem like there's great places for cat holes out here because you're literally in the open. There's no big brush. But I'm happy to report found a good place for my first cat hole, and I'm very proud of myself. It is by far the deepest cat hole I've ever dug. I started digging, and this like loose sand, I think my cat hole was like a foot deep. Anyway, feeling very accomplished this morning, and feeling like this is maybe the sign that I've claimed the PCT as home. Having our first sit down brief break to get some water. Pretty decent source here at whatever this is, mile 4 point something, 4.5 or something. That's where we came from. Got these big views all day so far. Roadrunner was just right here when I got my phone out, but she went around the curve. This trail is fairly narrow and brush, but it's not tough. And there's Roadrunner. This climb's switched back to really well, and it's been pretty easy. This is our first lunch spot on the PCT. I got our stuff all out to dry. Our tents, from all the frost and condensation last night, all our tents and Tyveks were kind of wet, so got those out. You've seen our view, and now you see us. I'm trying out this other sun thing that clips onto my hat. I have been just wearing the sun hoodie all day. I think this one does seem lighter. Somebody told me on one of my YouTube comments that this would be not lighter, cooler. Said this would be cooler than the sun hoodie, and I believe they are right. I don't think Roadrunner thinks I look very cool,
But who cares?
but it feels cooler.
I'm sure all the women are like, oh, he looked so handsome.
Yeah, that's probably it, because you know we've seen like 0 other women today.
I'm
almost.
talking about the subscriber women.
Oh, subscriber women.
Come on,
okay.
girls, tell them how
What do you
handsome
think?
he is.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not with this getup. So what do you think? This is day 1, first lunch on the PCT. What are your initial thoughts?
I'm really loving it so far. Like, it's a really gradual climb so far. I mean, it's definitely not like, you know, people think it's a desert and it's flat, and I definitely knew it wasn't going to be flat, but a lot of people do think so. So there's definitely climbs, there's rocks and stuff, but like it's very gradual. Like it's very comfortable to hike it.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, it's only day 1, but like it's nice.
We're about 7.4 in. I think we've decided we're gonna do like 12.6. So little over halfway, and it's only like 12:15. So all is going splendidly well. The one thing I will say, we're seeing way less people than I anticipated for our start date. I thought our start date was going to be a very popular day, and there's just not been that many people.
Did you tell them what our start date was?
No.
What was it?
Do what?
What was it?
April the 2nd. I don't know. I didn't know if you wanted me to say that yet.
Yeah, because you know the videos are delayed. So.
Yeah. So we started 4224. Hashtag 4224. Anyway, I was going to say, the only other thing is, so far, like everything she said is correct. The one thing, what the trail in a lot of parts have been what I call a car wash trail, where there's just like the undergrowth, however you want to say it, like spilling over into the trail. So you're walking and brushing on both sides with both sides of your body with vegetation. Anyway, that's all I got for now.
Just on a flat.
Yeah, so that's one thing I was gonna say. I just turned my camera on.
Oh, sorry.
Like when I've seen stuff like this, I felt like this was on video, just down low and like walking through flat deserts. This is actually the top of a mountain that we have been climbing for several miles, like slowly. But this is not, I don't know, the terrain is not what I expected, I guess is the easiest way to say it. It's not necessarily harder or easier, it's just different than what I thought. Did you see that? I'm not even sure what that was. It looked like a marmot, but I don't. But like a little one. I don't know where it went. Okay, so we just found our camp spot. I just cracked my head. I had my hat on and I hit it right here. Let me see if you can see that. I didn't duck enough and I hit it hard, but it's fine. We had to climb back into, let's see, over these rocks. There was a comment in Far Out that there was a good camp spot at mile 12.4. I think we're at 12.5.
Yeah.
So we couldn't find it at first, but we came to 12.5, and there is a great spot for two tents. I mean, there are two other spots. You could put two others, but they're both slanted.
You could probably fit two like this.
Yeah.
But that's slanted over there.
Yeah. But anyway, so we are home for the night, and it is 3:07 p.m. So we hiked for only like 6.5 hours since we left the camp. Well, the second time we left there, I guess. But so 12.5 for the day. That's not bad for the first day. And that's it for now. Everything's all set up. The problem is now we have like 3.5 or 4 hours before dark. So bored out of my mind already. This is my sleeping bag, just laying in the sun on top of the tent to dry out. I guess the only thing there is to do is cook dinner. So I'll do that in a little bit. Once I get out of the tent, I'll show you the campsite. But all in all, it was a great first day. Still, it's starting to sink in, but it's still hard to believe that we are on the PCT. Okay, there is Roadrunner's tent. You have to climb over those rocks, and then the trail's about 15 or 20 yards on the other side of the rocks. But from the trail, you can't even see us. I just walked over there. So this right here is where I cracked my head walking in here. And here's my tent. And I got clothes hanging up to dry out. I've rolled out my feet. Everything set up for the night. All right, so we are camped just not far up that way, maybe 40 or 50 yards. And we just walked down here and sat for a while because it's still a couple hours before dark. And we've already eaten, teeth brushed, like everything done. We're just kind of killing time. So that's it. Great first day. I had a Mountain House pasta primavera for lunch. It was for dinner. It was the first time I've had that one. It was actually very good. I think Roadrunner had, what did she have? She had a chicken flavor ramen, I think. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this right here and tell you all have a good night. And tomorrow we should make it into Lake Morena, probably pretty early before noon. It's only like 7.8 miles from here.